welcome to Beaglington-On-Sea.
Hello and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. It's good to be back. I was on holiday and then I was at work and then I got COVID, but I'm back and I've got another video for you. So here we go. In this episode, I'll be opening a new locomotive acquisition to add to the fleet. I've got 2 more road vehicles to unbox and put on the layout, and as it's my birthday this week, I've got a box of goodies that I'm going to open and see what's in it. So there's all that to look forward to. But for now, I'm going to start by running some trains. And I'm going to start with helping them haul on a express of, I suppose, holiday people. Not that it's very holiday-ish outside, because here in Ireland we've had an awful lot of rain. But the butcher says it's going to dry. Right, she's off, she's on the way, and so noisily on the mini line I've got my Lima Class 37 William Cook building in Cornish Railways BR Blue with a post train. And then on the inside line, I have got a goods train set up because the other 2 are coach trains. And this is the J83 8473 in Anyhoo green. Right, better get some shots in the money, I suppose. well, I suppose I better stop these now. I'll just park William and put William up there. And there is Kevin Paul parked up. So that's those two stopped, and we'll just stop the J3 in the station. Right. So I suppose I'll change over the stock for the next bit of running, and you can go over with me to the desk, and I'll also open the new second-hand Locomotive. Yes, hello and welcome back to the desk. Of course, I've got a new Locomotive acquisition to show you. It was bought second-hand quite a few months ago now, and it's been sitting in my Hatton's trunk because I was waiting for a new tender drawbar connection. But here it is. It's not very clear from that, is it? I put it back in the box after I repaired it because I was saving it to do the video, but it came already shrink-wrapped, even though it needed repairs. But it's the Hornby R3169, which is red, as you can see, and should be quite familiar to a lot of people because it's Alton Hall. This is the Railroad Hall class, the same as my Helmingham Hall, but as you'll notice, it's in Great Western livery, but it's red. And that's because this is a preservation livery, because Alton Hall was the star of the Harry Potter films. It was the Hogwarts Express locomotive, and after the films it kept its livery and they got rid of the Hogwarts thing on the side so it could continue presumably to run special trains over Glenfinnan Viaduct. But I've got it because I like the red Great Western livery, and I can run it as if the Great Western had just decided they were going to try a red livery. I know that's probably blasphemy, but yeah, so I'm actually really happy I've got this because I wanted to get some more Great Western coaches, and my Lima King isn't the best runner in the world, so it's nice to have an actual passenger tender locomotive from the Great Western. I'll just pop that there, and it really is a basic but beautiful locomotive. It was from a less finesse era of Hornby's design, but you know, it's pretty a good locomotive. I already have one. The only things that were wrong with it was that there was a screw missing from the tender drawbar, so I had to buy a little pack with another tender drawbar in it. So if I ever come across something that needs the drawbar itself, I'll have a spare, but I'll be one screw down. So I repaired that, and on this side, there's a handrail here, and, well, not a handrail, what's it called, handbrake or something, and it had come off, so I reattached that. So yeah, it's also got a glue mark just here. Hang on. But it's not really that bad. When the locomotive is running, it'll mostly be on this side that you'll see it, and you know, it just won't. You can't tell, anyways. Like, so I'll try and get some close-up shots of it on the layout. And to go with it, obviously, I already have. When I lean over, I already have this railroad coach. So I thought I would get some more, but they're not from the railroad range, they're the earlier releases. And so I've got this one, which is in a similar colour scheme, but it's not quite a perfect match. The shades of chocolate and cream are in fact slightly different. And this coach here, 6024, I assume is like a mid-noughties release of the coach, or maybe even late 90s. I'm not sure. But I have an earlier version of the same coach with the same transfers and the same lining, and it isn't the same colour as either of those, and it's not in a matte finish, it's in a sort of slightly gloss finish, and it's here, and it's very shiny, and it's just the colour difference is just funny to me. But at the end of the day, coaches age differently depending whether they were on the network, if there was more sunshine, if there was more rain. And yeah, I think it's going to look really good behind Alton Hall. And I've got my siphon coach as well that I can put with it. So that's my new Great Western train pack, I suppose. These two coaches are both bought cheap as well on Hattons. The reason why I use Hattons so much is because in Ireland, I have to get stuff shipped over, and it's easier if the tax stuff is already sorted out on the customs declaration when you buy it. And some shops in England, when you buy online, don't necessarily want to do that, so it's easier to do it this way. When I bought Thomas from Kerno Models, there was like a customs charge on top of the original price, which was a bit annoying because I had to pay that to get him released, basically. Thomas got stopped at the border. But with Hattons, I can buy stuff and I can store it in my trunk, which is great. So I've got more stuff later on for my birthday to open. So I'm not entirely sure what condition those are going to be, but we'll see. So I'm going to get Alton Hall and its coaches onto the railway so we can see it running, and I can stop waffling about it. Or maybe not. Well, there she is, 5972 Alton Hall in red Great Western livery, waiting at Beaglington-On-Sea to take away the milk and the siphon and the passengers in the 3 Great Western chocolate and cream coaches. So I'll get her running now, and then I've got 2 other engines to show you. Now she's a lovely and smooth runner. I've only had her go around the layout a couple of times just to check that it was working after I repaired it, but no, it's actually quite good. So I don't think it was run very much by the previous owner before they sold it to Hattons. And then on the inside line, a bit noisier and maybe a bit less smoother. Now this is an Airfix 4F repainted in what I think is Glasgow and South Western Railway livery, because that's the closest one I could find with the same letters that matched. There is the Great Southern and Western Railway of Ireland. I could pretend it was something of theirs, but the livery is very much the same as the Glasgow and South Western Railway. I think that's what it said when I bought it, but I can't remember. But it's had the extra bit here removed in the past, and the number is a little bit worn. But I like buying repainted models. I've had this one for quite a long time now, and it has no traction tyres, but it still works. So I thought I would run it because the Railway Children film is out, and Hornby have a 4F out that is an Airfix 4F, essentially. I mean, it's been updated, but it was very expensive, so for what it is. And it's coupled up to these Mid-Suffolk Light Railway 4-wheel coaches. So I have a rake of 5 of those coupled up to that. So I'll just pop the camera down there, and I'll look behind the curve and get her moving. Nice and gentle, because it can get quite noisy, that 4F. It's a tended right model. And then on the middle line, this might take a second. we have a Class 31, 31402 in BR Blue. And it's going to be pulling my Trying Railways Transcontinental coach and my laboratory coach. I have to say laboratory because YouTube, when it uses subtitles, has different ideas about what lavatory might be. Pronunciation issues. But here we go. Oh dear, it looks like there's been a slight incident on the bridge. Tiger appears to have driven into a British Railways van. Right, well, that's all going suspiciously smoothly, especially for this layout. So I suppose I better stop things now. Stop over here. And then I will stop get fixed for it. And finally, I suppose I should start the Class 31. Right, now I suppose it's time to go over to the desk and unbox those new vehicles. Okay, so it's time to open up some new vehicles for the railway, or for the road, and they're here. One is from Classics and the other is from Oxford. The Classics one is a Lions-made van, which says Ford 300e Thames van 7 CWT Lions-made ice cream, because it's the summer holidays and, well, I mean, you wouldn't know if you look out the window, but it's summer and people want ice cream. So, yes, I've got a van for that, and I've got another van, which I think is an Austin 7, is it? I don't know, I haven't read the bottom yet. It is, let's see if I can focus on that. I can't really, it's a bit blurry, but it says Austin 7 RN Van Primrose. Whatever that means. So I'll open this one first, as it's the plainer of the two. I must find a use for all of these plastic tubs. Quite good for mixing paint in, I suppose. This really is a tiny little van. There we go. And then I should have opened the first one. Excuse me. Yeah. Look at that. That is a lovely little van. It's nice and shiny. And its license plate says JC655. So that will fit nicely. I think maybe I'll just like stick it over by the brewery. Just say, yeah, it's their little van for delivering a couple of bottles down to the pub or whatever. That is so small for a van. You'd almost think it was like nearly engaged, like it's so small. But the box does say it is in fact 176. Yep. So that's the little Austin van. And now I can open up this Classics. And in the back, there's another thing about the Collectors Club. Oh, there's a price. It says Monk Bar Model Shop, £4.25. I wonder where Monk Bar Model Shop is. Monk Bar, probably. And there's actually a little plastic thing on that. Get that out there. So, yes, I will bring it up to the camera. And focus it. Lions made. J. Lyons and Company Limited. Smoother, sweeter, richer ice cream. Apparently. But it will be 76 times too small for anyone to actually enjoy it. So it's like a pinprick of ice cream. If I just focus on the front. It actually says Thames on the front there, if you can see, I think. But yeah, it's another nice little vehicle for the railway, and it's a nice colour too. I'll have to get an actual ice cream van for the railway though. That will be a nice thing to get. But by the time I get one, it will probably be Christmas, so it'll be a bit out of season. And the wheels on the Austin 7 are actually like a see-through plastic sort of that's been painted, and they're really, really thin and fine, but they do all go around quite well. So yeah, I'm gonna go put those on the railway. So there we have the Lions made Thames van parked up at the side of the road, just down the road from the antiques shop. And if we go over the orchard field, we have the Austin 7 van parked outside of the brewery, waiting to take some delicious bottles of beer over to my house for my birthday. Right, well, happy birthday to me. Here's a big brown box. And now I'm going to take things out of it and find out what's in the box. What could it be? We've got some brown envelopes. Didn't realise I was working for the government. Anyways, I'll take out a few things first and we can have a look and see what there is in these boxes and packets. So, this first one just says sheep, Hornby. So, it's not stuck down either. There you go. It's a Southern Railway cattle van or sheep wagon or whatever. It says to be returned to Lewis, and it's quite old, but that's cool. And then in this one says Hornby as well, but it doesn't tell you what it is. Aha! This one is another cement wagon, so I can use that with my other two. Start to build up a rake for my Cornish Fast 37. Oh, still got the weight in there. It's almost like sand. It's a very strange texture to it. The top's stuck down anyways, that's alright. So there's two wagons there. Bring them there so we can keep them together. And then there's another one of these little brown packets, and this one says trying. So it is a Inselfish wagon. It's another one for the flying kipper. So those are cool. And then this thing, I don't know. I don't think that was an auction one. I think that was actually in the pre-owned section, very cheap, and it says Fleischmann. That's about as much information as you're gonna get. So I'll hold it here and show you. It's I think what's it called, Edelweiss or something like that. The coaches, or am I thinking of something different? Anyways, they have grab rails here on the verandas, but there is one missing at the back. But I think it's down in the bottom corner. So right, like I won't open that just yet because I don't want to fight with it. And then this one is an EWS wagon. So I'll open that eventually. And then there's a box here with a Lima wagon. It says J. Harrison and Co. St. Pancras and Marylebone. So a couple of things look very low on that. They might need pushing back in, I think. Yeah, that's a cool one. And then what else have we got in the box? There's a brown box and another brown box. And I'll just get this one because this one is a triple pack of railroad EWS wagons. So you can see that there's a train building up to go with my other. I think I have two already of these, and I have the Shark brake van and another van as well. So there's a nice little collection building there. Right, I'll do one of these brown boxes. So it is in bubble wrap, but it is a Trying Transcontinental Canadian National, I don't know, I suppose a livestock refrigerator card. It's got these cow stickers on it. I don't know if they're, well, bull actually. I don't know if they're original because they're stuck over the doors. So that's odd. But all the ladders are there. So that's the main thing. It's got ladders on the corners. And I think on my yellow cattle car, it's missing them on the ends, and I didn't realise that it was supposed to have them on the ends as well, or the sides, or wherever they were missing from. So there's that, and this one is, ooh, wow, That's a fancy one. That is a Compagnie Internationale des Wagons Lits et des Grands Express Europeans. So yeah, that's cool. It could be like for the boat train going to the harbour or whatever at Beaglington. It's a sleeping coach. There's a sleeping car on it. Sleeping car is in English, but the rest of it is not. And it's got little writing down here as well. It says tear 470 tons, and then some more writing and some other stuff. So the chassis has detailing on it, and actually the underside of this is an alright amount of detail as well. I have to figure out how I'm going to couple it though. That's what Playcraft, is it? Yeah, Juf for Playcraft, it says on the bottom, and it also says made in France. So it's that one, and then there's 2 more boxes here, and these ones are, so I've got Hornby Railroad, I've got Hornby over there, I've got Triang, Lima, Juf, Fleischmann, so a nice mix of stuff. And these ones are in their original Triang Railways boxes. Triang 00HO gauge railways precision scale models, and this one just says pull. So you can probably guess what it is. Aha! It's Ruth, the Pullman car, and the roof is a little bit dirty on Ruth. But other than that, it looks like it's in pretty good condition. It does have the open axle boxes, but I'll just have to find out how that works. But it seems to be in very good condition. It's got pink table lamps, and yeah, no, that's really neat. I'll have to get some white spray paint or something and spray the roof. That's cool, and it looks quite good with that. If they would stay coupled, they'd be quite cool. And then there's one box left. And this one says Corgi on it, which is a bit odd because quite clearly is not a Corgi. It is, in fact, stuck in the box. There's an old price on it. It's been peeled off. It just says 99. Alright, well there's a start. There's some mail bags, yeah, and here we have an LMS operating mail coach, but no equipment. But I don't know, maybe I'll have to get the equipment and see if I can fit it to the back of the layout, because I don't think I could do it to the front now because it's all ballasted and stuff. But yeah, that's really cool. I can stick that in my period 3 rake, and it's got a nice shiny silver roof, so that'll match those coaches as well. Yeah, that's everything that was in my birthday box. So I'm quite happy with that little haul. They were basically bought at the cheapest prices I could get things for, so literally a couple of pounds each. And yeah, I think I did very well. So I'm going to go put these on the railway, and we'll just have a final bit of running some trains. So here we have everything set up on the railway. I've got Flying Scotsman's going to pull the sleeping car and the Pullman, and the night mail operating mail coach. So they're obviously off for the continent or something. And then I have my Class 660012 is pulling the 4 new EWS wagons with the 2 I already have, and the van and the brake van. And my Tonglington and Beaglington Light Railway J72 is pulling the Fleischmann coach, the Triang Inselfish wagon, the Lima wagon, the Canadian National wagon, the sheep van, the cement wagon, and Toad is on the end. So I'll just go and place this here, and I'll go start them off. I suppose we'll start with Scotsman. Let's see whether the coaches stay on first or whether I need to change it. So, which was forward? That was forward. So, slowly. Well, it's staying coupled. It's wobbling a bit though. can't tell if Ruth is on the track properly or not. Hang on. Yep, it's just those axle boxes, the old Triumph style of wheels. There we go, this is doing the right speed. And so I'll start off with class 60. Get that out of the way, and you can see the other train a bit better now. So I'll just make sure it's in focus before it sets off. Woo. The coach is lighting up. Strange. Class 60 stuff now. I don't know what's happening here with class 60 going strike. Yeah, apparently there's lights in the coach. I did not know there were lights in the coach. And the class 60 has decided to stop in the way. Hello, Scotsman. Well, I had one or two issues with the class 60, but it is running now with those lovely EWS wagons. And here comes the J72. I can't believe there's lights in that coach, though. It's so cool. I wonder if that's a standard thing, or whether you can buy something to do that with those coaches. I think I'll have to see if I can get some more of the trying Pullmans and make a rig of those, and I'd love to get some more of those Wagons Litz Pullmans. The blue ones, they're very cool. I like them. And actually, the Canadian National Transcontinental wagon is running very smoothly for what it is. It only has small plastic axles. Bye, Toad. Right, well, I suppose it's about time I stopped it. Go to J72. I'll stop class 60 next. Slowly spots them down. Some DCC. There you go. And we'll stop and line the Scotsman at the station. Yes, well, that's all I've got time for. And I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks very much for watching. I'll be back again with a Beaglington review soon, hopefully. And hopefully I'll do another video soon, but it might not be until September. It depends when I get the time. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment. I'd love some more feedback, and to share to your friends. Don't forget you can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you can find more videos in the playlist. So thank you very much for watching. Again, it's good to be back, and hopefully I'll have more videos up soon. So until next time, thank you and goodbye.